Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. As you can see in this video, I am recapping the latest episode of Love and Marriage Detroit. There was actually so much social media news earlier in the week regarding Love and Marriage Huntsville that's why I'm just now getting to this video, y'all. So forgive me, for being about 5, 6 days late, but it was in my heart to do for sure. And on my to-do list for the week, including like housework and just self-care things, I did put this video on the list. So now I get to check it off. But anyway, I do ask that you please hit the like button on this video. It will cause YouTube to recommend this video to more people. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I would enjoy your conversation in the live chats and in the comments on videos such as this. And also, if you think that you have family and friends who would enjoy these recaps, I ask that you please share this video on your personal social media. You would actually click the share button, and then you can either just hit the Facebook or Instagram icon, or you would click copy link, and then you would create a post on your social media and paste the link there. All right, so with that being said, let's jump right on in. So episode 2 opens up where episode 1 left off, which was at Kristina and Brandon's anniversary party at a lavender farm, because that is something that Kristina always wanted to visit. As we know, Kolby casually asked Brandon about his new artist, and she assumed that Brandon told Kristina about the new artist. Kristina gets really upset, and he takes her to the side at the lavender farm and lets her know that he should have told her sooner. But Brandon, in his confessional, is annoyed with Kolby for saying it. But I kind of feel like it was meant to be so that Kristina would not only know about the new artist, but know that her husband was keeping something from her. And as we know from episode 1, he did have an inappropriate relationship with a former artist. So that is why Kristina has trust issues with her husband. And I feel like the attitude that he gives her does not help ease that insecurity in her. I think that Brandon, the way he talks to his wife, especially when she calls while he's out of the recording studio, just shows that he kind of adds fuel to the fire of her insecurity in their marriage. And then also I want to back up and say that Detroit Anthony, oh my gosh, he was running his mouth saying that, Russell should have checked Kolby and told her not to say anything. But Anthony, no one was talking to you. This drama does not even involve you. So you don't have to give your opinion all the time. Learn when to know when to speak. There are times to hold your peace, and then there are times to speak up. And this was just one of those times to hold your peace, bro. So then we see Russell and Kolby. I'm really liking Russell and Kolby. I feel like Kolby is great at communicating her feelings, and I think that she is very relatable. So in this scene, Russell starts off by saying to Kolby that he wishes that she hadn't brought up Brandon's new artist. But Kolby has no regrets. She wishes that Kristina hadn't gotten upset. She feels bad for that. But she feels like, too, that it was meant to be because Brandon should have told his wife about the new artist. And she feels like that is representative of a bigger problem, and I agree. So Russell not only brings that up, y'all, but he has the nerve to say that he feels like God has told him to preach, and he has already enrolled in divinity school. Now, the screenshot to the right with Kolby's facial expression, I wanted to capture that for all of you because she was shocked, dumbfounded, and caught off guard. Obviously, Russell did not have any prior conversation with Kolby about him feeling drawn to preach the word of God. He has not been talking with her about it for weeks, months, or maybe even a couple of years. I could tell from her facial expression and her verbal reaction that she did not hear anything about this prior. It's not like she said, well, yeah, you told me that you were having dreams of yourself preaching in the pulpit. Well, I know that, you were looking at divinity schools to possibly go to. I know that you talked to my dad and my pastor about it. None of that. She didn't mention any of that. So that lets me know that Russell has never shared this with her prior. My guess is that he kept it to himself because Kolby is a PK, a pastor's kid, and I'm sure she has probably been very vivid about her experience growing up in a church's first family. So he probably already knew how his wife would react. But Russell, just because you know your wife's reaction because you know her well, does not mean that you should keep anything from her. And that lack of communication, I think, really annoyed her, and she was well within her right, or as the church would say, righteous indignation. But it doesn't end there. Also, in this scene, Russell tells Kolby that he is thinking about buying a gym, and they would not even be hands on with the management of it. He would just hire someone to manage it. So, Russell, I'm sorry, but you're moving like you're still a single person. If I decide to buy another rental property, yeah, I can just make that decision because I'm not married to anybody. But you, bro, you have like this wife and you all took vows in front of witnesses called family and friends where you promised God to take care of each other and all these variety of scenarios like in sickness and in health, for rich or for poor. So you might want to discuss things with her. It could also be like a chauvinism thing if he thinks because he's the man, he does not have to discuss things with Kolby. And if that is the case, that is very disrespectful, arrogant, and incorrect. So we have to see as the episodes progress if Russell learns to actually discuss things with his wife and get her feedback and actually consider her. Let me know what you all thought about this scene with Russell and Kolby. I can't wait to hear what you all are going to say. So then we see Kristina and Brandon. Y'all, this is the couple that I'm like most concerned about. Um, Kristina talked about in her confessional that, she's waking up this morning. As you can see, she's got on her hair scarf and her robe. And she said it's really tough when she starts off the morning after an emotional night. What did you all think about her saying that in her confessional? I feel like Kristina may kind of often have a few mornings where she's waking up after an emotional night. I don't think this is just an isolated incident of perhaps having a sad or stressed out morning after an emotional night. She said that in her confessional very matter of factly, like it kind of happens kind of often. Let me know what you all thought about that. She reminds me of this lady. I don't know if y'all watch The Real Housewives of Orange County, but her name is Shannon Bedore. She's divorced, but her husband cheated. He married the mistress, y'all, and the marriage is already over. We saw all of this go down on past seasons of The Real Housewives of Orange County. But when Shannon Bedore was married to David, she would say really like cryptic things like that, especially at reunions. Sometimes she would even put herself down, almost like someone else was saying it. And one time it turns out she was repeating things that David would say to her. It was very sad and strange at the same time. But anyway, so Kristina reveals that her and Brandon just moved into this penthouse in downtown Detroit. So I found the timing a little coincidental because in episode 1, when Carlos did the intro in his voiceover, he said about how this couple lives in their downtown penthouse. It sounded like they had been living there a while. But Kristina was honest and forthcoming and said that they had just moved there. So I just hope that they're not doing this for show or trying to keep up with the Joneses. I hope that they had already had plans prior to filming this reality TV show to move to a penthouse. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this. But also in this scene, Brandon is trying to get in Kristina's head and turn her against Kolby because he's mad at Kolby for bringing up his new artist. Kristina says, I don't think she was doing anything malicious. And I agree with Kristina. Brandon, however, even goes a little further and says, well, she copies off of you. You did a sip and shop. You told her about it. And next thing you know, Kolby did a sip and shop. But it's like Kristina said in her confessional, she is a social media influencer. So it would make sense if someone is inspired by something that she did and they did it themselves. And I agree with that. And Brandon, I do not appreciate you trying to get in your wife's head and manipulate her to go against Kolby. I don't like the, just having a motive with your words and behavior versus speaking your heart. So I don't totally trust him. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. So then we see Anthony and Latoya recapping the anniversary event at the Lavender Farm. And Latoya sided with Kristina and Kolby. She said that it's not Kolby and Russell's fault. Brandon should have told his wife about his new artist. And Latoya said in her confessional that if I'm your wife, I may not be a part of your business, but because we're married, I'm a part of your business. And I totally agree. I feel like with Latoya and Anthony, they hold back the truth or some truths about their marriage because all they seem to do is just speak on the other couples. Do y'all agree? We're going to see more of Anthony inserting himself just in this one episode, but I feel like Latoya and Anthony are keeping secrets. That's just my overall opinion. And in this scene, Latoya said in her confessional, really, that when Anthony went to pursue a job in Atlanta for 8 months, that was when she realized how much he does for her around the house. I just feel like there's more to that story. Whenever a ninja goes down to Atlanta, I just feel like it ain't always for work. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I love y'all's comments. You're so intelligent, and so I love to get your thoughts as well. So then we see where the fellas, they do like a group scene at Brandon's friend Bravo's nightclub. Yes, the waitress is wearing like a black leotard with flesh colored tights or slightly lighter than her complexion tights with the plunging V-neck showing her cleavage. Yep, that's what they have to wear. And Brandon was trying to act like he was not checking out her body. And Kristina calls. He actually told her a story that I'm sure she could not believe. She had to hear like music in the background or the conversation. She had to have known he was not at church. I don't even know why she would even play along with that. But what was really sad was just watching Kristina yet again call Brandon while he's out. It just seems like Brandon and Kristina do not spend much time together. And it just makes me wonder, with the meeting on Twitter, did he marry her because he could tell she makes a lot of money as a social media influencer? I believe Kristina is a pastor's kid as well. Did he realize that she comes from money and he married her allegedly? And just in my opinion. So I just feel like he really, like the love isn't there. Why do y'all think they got married? Do y'all think that Kristina and Brandon married for love? And it's the calling him when he's not home. It's like she's chasing after him, and yet they're married. I just did not understand that. And of course, Anthony commented in his confessional about him lying to his wife. And Brandon actually confessed in this scene that the reason why Kristina trips over her not knowing about his business is because one time he accidentally, no, he was texting his artist complaining about Kristina. He did not accidentally send the text to Kristina, but remember how, like, I've even said, like, with the MacBook, it's an Apple device, so it connects with your cell phone. She opened up the MacBook and all of the text messages came flowing through of when he was complaining about her to his musical artist. Remember, that's how Bishop John Gray got caught cheating the very first time. a venter opened up the MacBook and all his text messages came flowing through. The MacBook is a receipt box. I've even said on previous videos that if someone sends you a mean text and they unsend it, well, the next time you log into your MacBook, the text will be there. I know this firsthand. So, Brandon complaining about Kristina to a musical artist, that had to have been devastating and hurtful towards Kristina. I just don't know why he married her because it seems like he does not like her and he just prefers to be single. So then we see where Kolby asked Kristina out. She wanted to get her an anniversary gift and she wanted to apologize to Kristina if she hurt her feelings and check on her. I thought this was so kind of Kolby. And Kristina said, that she agreed with Kolby that Brandon should have told her himself. And they just pretty much just shot the breeze. Everything was cool. Kristina doesn't hold anything against Kolby. And Kolby confessed to Kristina that Russell has enrolled into divinity school and he has just now told her his decision. And, Kolby really confided in Kristina about how she does not want to subject her child to being a pastor's kid because from what I hear, it is so invasive. People are so intrusive and you never get any privacy. They want to know everything about you, including what kind of grades you're getting. Like, why is that any church member's business? I know someone, she's told me this herself, and that is totally ridiculous and unfair. So then the episode, it closes out at LaToya's wine event where she wants the guests to learn things about a variety of wines while taste testing her opulence wine line. Now, again, I like LaToya simply, I can admit, it is because she's a Michigan State Spartan like myself. And if you watch my first recap at the very end, I talked about some things that is specific to Detroit and Michigan, like the colleges, Michigan State, U of M, the Motown Museum, things of that nature. So definitely check that out if you have not already done so. And we actually see where Kristina invited her friend Chelsea to the wine event. I did not get her image, but she was sitting right to the left of Kristina. And Chelsea basically spoke up for her friend when Anthony was kind of getting on Kolby about telling Kristina about Brandon's new artist. And the friend Chelsea basically spoke up for Kristina and said that she deserved to know. And you are ignoring the fact that Brandon did not tell her. Anthony totally starts going off on Chelsea, Kristina's friend, calling her a bird, saying that nobody knows her and nobody was talking to her. But Anthony, you are preaching to yourself right now because no one was talking to you, bro. You were not in that marriage. And Kristina has every right to know about her husband's business. After all, two become one flesh when you get married. So I feel like Anthony, he's just coming off as a jerk, y'all. What do you think? And also I always feel like when a man is just really outwardly just being rude to a woman and going off, I always kind of feel like that's a cover for being attracted to her and you don't want your wife or your woman to peep it. So then you act like a butthole. And he may not have been attracted to the girl Chelsea, but she was pretty. I feel like he was. And to add to that, he didn't like being told off by her. So then he had to be a jerk. And LaToya don't really seem to calm him down. So I wonder, do LaToya's friends like Anthony? But y'all let me know what y'all thought of this episode. Again, please hit the like button on this video. I would so appreciate it. It helps my channel so much. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. Have y'all seen the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15 mid-season trailer? It is hot, baby. And I'm going to make a video about it. We got to talk. So I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.